Howdy, howdy. Good morning. Good Sunday morning to you all. Happy to be flying a three-pilot plane this morning. Kind of intimidated. This is the 727 from FlyJSim. This is a V3. This is a preview. I have been given permission to say that this will be released in the next few weeks. That's all I've been told. I've also been told that any mistakes I make today, you may not file any sort of lawsuit against me for any emotional or psychological damage due to my mistakes on this plane. The PBR looks amazing. We are rocking the FlyJSim livery, the house livery. All right, so many liveries. We may take a look at the other liveries after this first flight. Let's go ahead and see if we can get going here. Yep, didn't even know he was working on development until yeah. There's some nice changes. We'll go over some of the changes that are made today. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my fuel. So I'm going to come over here to that's our takeoff and landing. Let's set up. Okay, weight and balance. And this is one of my favorite parts because those of us who run the 4K screens, the big 40-inch screens, makes it hard for you guys to see some of the details. So how nice is it that we can scale that out? They should be even. Okay. They should be even, all the tanks. Okay. So if I split 25 down the middle, so I could go 8. I could go like 8.5 aside. I think. That's interesting that percentage is 27. Okay, so there's different sizes of the tanks. Okay. Does that look good? I think that looks good. All right. So there is our weight and balance. As you can see here, it also shows that you can change your passengers and cargo, etc. Also, it shows the optimal altitude, which is flight level 350 or 351. Landing weight, trip distance, gives us quite a bit of reserve there. So that's very nice. All right, I need to set up my views. Maybe I just don't have my num lock on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to tighten up that overhead view a little bit. I'm also going to change the angle just a tad. Looks very good so far. I can see there's a lot of difference between this and V2 already in the overhead view. Jack, would you like to come on Discord? Voice? All right. That way you can talk to these fine folks if you want to. Yeah, I'll give you a call. I'm going to have to put on another set of headphones, though, I think, for that. Hold on. Well, maybe not. Let's try it. Test 1, 2.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hopefully everyone can hear you.
Oh, I gotta turn your stream down. Okay.
Echo, echo, echo.
I know, right?
All right, so that overhead is set up. Did you stay up late last night?
Yeah, Fly Purdue went on with the 7-2, so I went up. I was up to like
Oh, nice.
2:30, maybe 3. I don't know.
Oh, wow. I saw that he
um,
had he wasn't in the 7-2 when I saw him.
no, he just did a
He
quick
was doing
jaunt around
replays
San
in P3D or something
Yeah,
on a crazy landing, and then he must have, that's cool because he had a good
I
crowd
think
over there.
I think you were driving in the
Yeah,
sim
truck
truck sim when
driving.
he was doing. There was a couple things from Fly Purdue's last night.
Yeah,
I
get a few
remember.
more hands, you may see some things that you don't normally see, I guess. This looks new. Oh yeah, this looks a lot. This is quite the difference compared to V2.
Yeah, the trip data recorder. Now it's at 5 because I forgot to reset it. But you can set your trip to 1, and then if you hit one of the little buttons on the right, it'll save that. And then every time you land, it'll actually tick up 1. It'll tick up 1,
Oh,
and so you can actually see how many landings you've done. Of course, there's 4 digits there, so it can go pretty high. So have fun trying to get that up to 9999.
so it so is it 5 trips right now then default?
No, I have to set it to 1. I forgot to do that when I sent you
Oh,
guys.
okay.
It's one of those things that I'll do right before release. It'll show it should say 1 when everybody gets it brand new. The
Oh,
same thing
okay.
in the 732. We have the same panel actually.
Okay. Some of these guys want me to sign on to FS Cloud. So just for those of you who are joining me on FS Cloud, just be very aware that it's going to be a very slow and methodical startup process because we're checking it out, so it won't be a quick one. So go brew your coffee, grow your coffee beans first, and then brew your coffee. All right, so that one. All right, I want to change this to like a throttle quadrant view. Oh, we got a subcribe.
Great work by great guys. Both of you and FLYJ.
Fishgo Blue subbing up 8 months in a row. Thank you, Fishgo Blue. Thank you for all your work that you do for Snack Air. And yes, FlyJSim is a magician. All right, John Fly versus interview. Exactly, Fishgo Blue. That would be good. I don't know if you've caught any of my vlogs. I got a new series. Actually, I should interview you live. That would be quite entertaining.
Yeah, maybe I don't know when that would be right for you, but
During release, right?
yeah, or right after release. Release might be a
Yeah.
little hectic, but
Yeah. Okay, so we want ground power on.
well,
So we're
first
gonna
turn the battery on.
come over here. I was just gonna add the GPU cart. Does it matter if I turn the battery on first, or?
Well, I noticed that Fly Purdue did the same thing yesterday. He turned it. I have to look in the manuals, but you were able to connect ground power without turning the battery on, and I think that's not legit. Which of course, if you just add the cart, then that's fine. But he was also able to just turn everything on, which I think
Oh, okay.
I have to go in and look at the logic there. Something's off.
Okay. All right, so battery's up here. Go ahead, turn that on. And then I've got, should I turn external power on then?
Yeah,
Sure.
you could connect the cart first,
Okay.
like you were going to do.
Okay. GPU's connected. Now we have beautiful new lights lighting up. Oh yeah, I like it. Huey Jaja, yep. I hope you're enjoying Sri Lanka. Don't forget to water the coffee beans, exactly. Yep. OGM Pilot, how you doing? Destination today is Memphis. In fact, I will give you the route. So here on Charts Navigraph, we're going to be going IIU, MYS, CCT, DYR, and MEM. Or I will cut and paste this over to the chat. Start the
One
APU
thing
down.
before I wanted to mention one thing before you do that. If you go back to the electrical panel, you'll see there's an essential power. There's a red light. You'll see the big red light, essential power knob right there. This is something you're going to have to pay attention to now, as opposed to previously. Like if you turn it on to external, that light should go out. That essential power is really important. It like controls all your radios, your main radios, transponder. You lose a lot of things when that's not working. Let's just put it that way. Interestingly enough. So yeah. So as long as the light's out, there's also a flashing warning light on the MIP to warn you if it's ever not powered. So I wanted to just mention that. I know people are going to get tripped up by that the most.
Okay.
And then you can continue with the APU, yeah.
All right, so just going to go to APU start.
Yeah.
Oops. It was just an instant click. Do I need to hold it up or?
Yeah, you hold it for 3 count.
There we go. Now we're rising. I better get some sounds up here. Sound. Oh yeah. B. Farney is here. Good morning. Blackhawk 2000. Good morning.
B. Farney in the house.
Yep. Ren Ben is also here. OGM finally decided to stay with X-Plane 11 for the rest of your sim career. Congratulations. Floydian 022, the Snack Air VIP MVP of the month. Rocking it in. Alright, so EGT temperature is rising.
Yeah, it takes about 60 seconds to start it up.
Okay.
Again, there was an issue, one bug. You won't be able to close the APU generator breaker until you turn ground power off right now. That won't be in the release. That shouldn't be how it is. I guess I messed something up just literally on Tuesday this week.
So disconnect the GPU before I close the generator?
Correct.
And then that will be fixed on release.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dogs is here. Good morning, Dogs. Good Sunday morning. Just doing a little 727 V3 preview. All right, so with that being said, then I'll go ahead and disconnect the GPU. And then I'm going to close the... Right, close on the generator, right? And then I also want to close the field, correct?
Yeah, field first, then generator. You probably actually have to turn the switch off on the external power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's actually what should happen. It should automatically do that when you try to close the APU generator, but it doesn't right now. And there you go. And then just external power, essential power to APU.
Ah, that's right. External or essential powers to APU, so the light goes out. There we go.
Yeah. You actually won't have a lot of your gauges too without essential power. Like even your fuel gauges and your fuel pump lights won't even illuminate correctly without essential power. It's interesting.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and turn on all fuel pumps. Would that be correct?
Generally, because well, normally the APU wouldn't be able to hold. The APU is not as powerful as in the 732, so I would turn on one pump per tank for now, and then turn the rest on once you're once you're going.
Okay, so one. So
yeah.
you got aft. I'll turn that one on. One pump. You say one pump per engine is what you're thinking?
Yeah, one pump per tank. Yeah.
Or per tank.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now I've in my list. I go to cargo outflow. Heat to normal. And then All
Okay.
bleeds open.
Yep.
We're going to be flying westbound. And I'm going to go at 320. Landing altitude at Memphis is 341. Okay, now I'm going to turn on hydraulics. So it looks
So
like
system
System
A
A is on by default.
Yeah, System A is going to be on by default from now on. That's per our real 727 pilots.
Okay.
Something about you'll kill the solenoid if you keep turning them off.
Hey, John, yeah, you mentioned the Gasper fan, but there was debate as to whether or not to put the Gasper fan on at this point.
It's not going to make any difference until you turn the packs on anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, Pax and then Gasper. Okay.
And I would only turn one pack on with the APU powering them.
Okay. The other thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go over to the overhead. I'm going to set RTO. And I'm going to set emergency exit lights. Passenger signs. Oh, even the passenger sound beep sounds better, Jack.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, full. We redid everything. All the sounds have been redone.
F mod for the win. Alright, beacon light on. And also the nav light on. Altitude. Is the altitude select been changed? Did it used to be down low or no? Has it always been up here?
It's always been right there, yeah.
I just
It's
didn't
different on the
set-
732. So it's
That's
yeah,
right,
slightly
that's
different
right,
spot. Yep.
Set
Yeah.
altitude, blah, blah, blah. Set altitude 32,000.
Altitude 32,000 feet.
That's working. Voice command, baby. Yeah, about 320 or 340. Yep, for MEM. Yep. You
Wow,
should
it
set
goes
the
faster
landing
and
altitude
faster.
slightly above the landing field elevation. So, like 300 for KMEM, you think? I think 340 is fine. Because even if you're off by 500 feet, does the body really care? I don't know.
It's technically supposed to be pressurized below.
Yeah, so we're 1
Yeah,
foot
aliens
below.
said below. Yeah, you're fine.
All right, altimeter, baro, setting the FO side as well. Okay, we're not doing any sort of FMC, but we will simulate a squawk code here on the overhead.
Yep. You'll notice now we have the on-alt TA and RA on here as
Oh,
well
yeah.
now for the TCAS. So when you turn on TA RA, you'll get the correct advisories.
Set transponder 3245.
Transponder set to 3245.
All right, let's set up our first VOR, which will be IIU 114.8. It is a handful, Mike. That's the beauty of the plane, right? Is it's a handful. We love it. 114.8. Set nav 1 114.80.
NAV1 set to 114.8.
And then I'm going to put manually in standby the next one, which happens to be MYS, which is 108.2. So I'll rotate that to get that ready for standby. Set. Alright, let's try the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I gotta look at which runway I want to take off from. Go ahead.
Check the overhead again before you do that. Also,
Well,
I want to show you how to do that without having to do a key command.
Oh, yeah. So that'll be now. So ground crew call or no? Yeah, ground crew call maybe, huh?
Is window heat on your list? Window heat?
Not
It should
until.
be.
Oh yeah. You're right. I did miss it. Yep.
Yeah. Because those take about a half an hour before they're actually warmed up properly.
Okay, window heat.
Someday I'm gonna simulate proper bird strikes with where Goose comes from flying right through your window and knocks your pilot out and the plane crashes. Just for those who forget to turn the window heat on.
Hey, D-Monies, maybe turn off your notification and then turn it back on. Maybe, I don't know. Your route. Okay, there's your. Yeah, because you're probably in the 717 or a different. Yeah, I'm doing Slant Alpha, so it should be similar.
But correct. If you hold ground call for like a 5 count, it should bring up better pushback.
Oh, nice. Okay, so hold it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I'm gonna take off from 18 center. So I'm gonna push back this way.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Now life is better with D-Monies. Trust me. I am connected to the cloud. Yep. Do I need to reconnect? According to the map, I have you on the map. Do you not see me? Oh yeah, I see XC5 crew chief over there now. Okay.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So cool how it's raising it up.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake release, gate got
Starting
away.
pushback, and you may start engines.
You don't see my plane? I can log in and log back out, see what happens. Beautiful. should go on Project Fly.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Back to bookings. Create new booking. KCVG. KMEM. And enter the booking. 572. FlyJSim. Actually, it's Jackal 1 is what it should be, right?
Well, that's when I'm flying it. I haven't used Project Fly at all. I maybe should try it out.
It's kind of nice for a logbook. Keep track of where you've been, so maybe you can go somewhere else. Because you can look at the map and see kind of the lines what you've flown across, etc., etc.
Oh,
But the other advantage too is now that I've done this fly now, up at the top of my stream in just a moment, my banner will show up. So I'm hoping. Yeah, there it is. It's now up at the top of my stream. It shows call sign, where to, from to, which network, what aircraft, what registration, altitude, heading, ground speed, vertical speed, etc.
Oh, does that come with? Well, how does that
Yep.
work?
That comes with Project Fly. It's a browser source that if you're signed up for Project Fly, you can get that. All right, packs are off. Yeah, packs are off. And I want to do engine start, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're good.
So we'll go 3, 2, 1 on engine start, or
Yeah, whatever order you like. And the maintenance system is turned off by default, so you won't have to worry about blowing things up.
okay, good. And what N2 or sorry, what percent RPM should I be looking for?
20.
20, okay.
Nothing's road. Oh yeah, it's not mine. Looking at the wrong gauge on my end.
I would be Jackal 572. That's a good idea, actually. You don't see any other aircraft on the network. Maybe we have different field elevation, different airports. XE5. Have you logged out of FS Cloud and back on? Starting number 2.
Now, compared to the 732, the engine sounds in the cockpit are a lot less because the engines are way in the back of the plane.
Mm.
And, they didn't call it the Whisper Jet for nothing.
Mm. Do you normally wait for the light to go out before you start the next engine? On the oil pressure?
The oil pressure light, yeah, right there. That's why they're there, I guess. But yeah. That's the best indication of a good engine start.
And what, just so you guys know, I'm looking for this percentage up right up here to go up to 20% before I add the fuel down here. Wow. There's some jet wash noise in there. Okay, we're gonna close the guards there. And now we're gonna turn on the engine generator. Oops.
And you can just close those center breakers and you should be good to go.
Oh, I don't need to do a field close like I had to in the V2. Is that new?
Yeah, the fields will be on by default. All the fields should be on by default, closed. That's how it's supposed to be. And you could do essential power to Gen 1, 2, or 3. And then, yeah.
And then I can turn off the APU here in just a moment. All right, packs are coming on. APU. Oops. We lost our APU.
9.
Yeah, I changed mine up. Okay, so do I want to trip the APU first, or just
No,
go APU
start it
off?
It'll trip itself.
That's what I did before, was tripped it first. And then APU bleed. Let's come off. Let's see. Bleed air. Oh, I want to leave those open, don't I?
Yeah, the engine one, the left and right one with the center 2 should be closed.
There we go. Engine 2 APU. Yep. Okay, closed. Now I'm going to turn my galley power on. They're finally able to...
I hear some people gasping in the back. You might want to turn the fan on.
Okay. Gasper, you mean?
The gasper fan, yeah.
They're like...
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, we also want to turn on the probe heat over here on the right side of the overhead. Pressure to flight.
Little switch.
Yep. Okay.
And fuel pumps.
Fuel pumps for... Oh yeah, because we only had a few on, huh? Okay, all the fuel pumps coming on. I think I'm going to redo my checklist. Slightly. Alright, taxi light. Flaps. Let's take it down to flaps 5. Actually, I'm going to test the voice command on this as well. Set flaps 5.
Down to flaps 5.
Set flaps 3.
Up to flaps 3.
Set flaps 5 degrees.
Flaps up to 5 degrees.
Okay. Trim, my favorite part. Come down here and click on... Just click the green. Ooh, bring up our takeoff. Set that for...
Now, you remember now before you take off, you might want to review the autopilot because Fly Purdue took off and you couldn't find where it was.
Okay. So it's just above... Okay, it's just above the nav radios, right?
Yep.
Okay, so engage. Nav, loc, auxiliary, okay. Pitch hold,
Yeah,
okay, we're gonna climb an IAS.
Yep, and that's on
Okay.
the left there.
And we just
And,
engage it there. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
And then there's a heading. The soft keys there is a heading soft key and an out select soft key. On the 732, the alt select is automatic. In this plane, you need to actually select it.
You have
you'll
to
want to select
click
it before
alt
you go
select.
to IS. Yeah.
And you can click on the light itself.
Yeah, you see the alt select? Yeah, that
Yep.
button, yeah.
The arm, or okay, I'll do that. All right, I'm releasing
wanna do
park
that.
brake. Fly Purdue was looking for an FMC. It comes with one if you want one, but
The plane is a lot to handle, and when you take off and you're like, where's the autopilot? Because you think it's
Yeah.
supposed to be up where they flipped it, the fire handles, and
hydraulics is either this is saying. I think I'm good.
FS Economy Auto Locker.
Actually, we'll just stay on this taxiway here for a bit. This is Skyline's new Cincinnati. It's beautiful. I should actually get some little traffic routes on here. Ooh. That sounds
Is it
awesome.
bouncing around or something? What's the Project
What's that?
Flybot's going crazy?
Oh my gosh. Woo! That's funny. Predict 5. There you go. It must be thinking that the plane. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, it must be thinking that the plane is bouncing. It's weird.
I love it.
So we're gonna. I guess we'll have to look at that because you'll have a lot of Project Fly people using this plane. There might be a few streamers.
Well, I wonder why Project Fly is not asking. Well, you haven't been over 10
10 feet.
10 feet.
That's funny.
Indeed landed with a rate of 0 feet per minute. How does that?
The sounds are really good, yeah.
Something that's really cool. We have tail strike sounds in it now, and you'll hear it when you rotate, almost definitely.
Okay. You're working on that, the flight models still, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit less lift than I'd like, so you probably will tail strike on takeoff unless you let it roll a little bit farther past V2.
There's XC5. XC5, can you see me now? Or, because I can obviously see you. Just as amazing as, yeah, it's really nice. It's a bug in Project Fly. It's been doing this for a couple of days. Okay. Somewhere simulated. Good morning. Guess you landed. Yeah, yeah, we landed on the 10th. You see me now? Okay, good.
I don't know if you checked out the weather radar or the TCAS yet. I don't know if you're going to have any weather on this flight, but
In order to show off the PBR and all of its glory, I just went Kavik. So we need to probably show the weather at some point, but maybe that'll be on the next leg.
sounds good.
Yeah, that's quite a optimization of that startup procedure as far as, you know, realism. So I like that. Getting the feedback from the 727 captains. I was really lucky the other day to go in a 737 in the real world, and the captain shared with me that he hardly ever uses auto brake. You know, really wet, really snowy, icy conditions, he may use it, and so I've kind of adopted that I'm not going to use auto brake as much as I have in the past. Man, it's beautiful. Tell you what, this Cincinnati looks pretty good also. Actually, Elios, the captain said it. A lot of the pilots that he flies with do auto brake most of the time. It's just like personal preference. It wasn't even SOP, unless it was a runway condition that required it. Then yes, but if some of the pilots, like perfectly dry runway, some of the pilots that were using auto brake, you know, probably a low auto brake setting, but he said that he just didn't do it. Dr. Corvette, how you doing? Brew Crew Brew, hello. All right, so Jax, the
Transponder.
on the lights, do you do outboard on your takeoff, or just inboard, or?
You could. I do all of them, just
You do all of
as
them?
a
Okay.
it's just a force of habit.
Okay.
And
then we're gonna go to
with the
TARA.
transponder, yeah.
Yes. And then I'm also gonna set my IAS speed. What should I climb out at?
No.
What?
250.
250? What are you saying no to?
No, don't change it.
Oh, I set I'm setting it on my SciTech panel. You're saying don't touch that?
Yeah, because when you the best
When I set
practice
the
for
bugs
taking off.
on here?
Yeah. Well, the best practice is when you take off,
Yeah.
worry about cleaning up the flaps, worry about getting the plane clean and over 200 knots.
Okay.
Once you're over 200 knots, then go ahead and engage the autopilot and have it IAS to 250. And you're good.
Okay.
Because you're
All right.
accelerating to 250 after takeoff anyway, right? So
Yeah. All right. A pretty airport to fly out of. Dr. Corvette, are you on X-Plane? On X-Plane, go get KSFO, Mr. X KSFO. All right, we're going to rotate at 137. So we're going to clean up the flaps, as Jack suggests. We're going to get up to gear up, flaps up, get up to 200 or so knots, and then set our.
yeah. If you want to help her, you can set the flight director to go around. It'll give you a good pitch to.
Oh. So GA. Ah, that's nice. Ooh, I like that. Okay, parking brake off.
And it'll be a slow rotation. I'm going to turn.
But
this
I am
up
going to
so I
tail
can-
strike.
tail strike. Yeah, I'm gonna want to turn it up so I can hear it.
All right, let me turn it up here on my side as well.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay, folks, this is a tail strike test we've been ordered to do. The chief pilot has asked us to tail strike specifically to test the tolerance of the new steel that's been placed on the plate. There we go. I also have runway follow contours on, so 80 knots. Oh yeah, I heard it. Oh, I tried to do a gradual takeoff just to avoid it, but
It's okay. My flight testing this week, I couldn't even hold it. That's why I'm like, I gotta add more lift to the plane.
I can't hear you over the sound of your greatness.
Thank you.
One more. It's just too fun. Snag lips. All right.
JT-AT Master Race. Yeah, you're up to 250, flaps up. You're flying it. That's good.
This really feels good. All right, let's see if we can go down here and go engage. We'll just go into heading mode for the AS mode. Heading select.
Yeah. Do Alt Select too. Or you're going to go down.
Alt select. There you go. Armed. Okay. Perfect. Now it's going to pitch up to 250 knots, or go down to 250, and then, or go up to 250 knots.
Yeah.
Perfect. Cyclist, man. Yeah, that's. I normally don't show a lot of sound on my stream, but that was pretty cool. Although I got to turn this down just a little bit.
I was going to say something, but I forgot.
I'm going to navigate now. So let's turn in our...
Oh yeah, that's right, Bufarni. I was going to tell him 92%. Thank you.
Can you say FlyJSim?
FlyJSim.
Aw.
Look at one. Do you want to see the outside of the plane?
Yeah.
All right. What do you think of that? What do you think of that plane? It's good. Should we do a flyby? You gonna be a pilot one day?
Yeah.
I'm gonna achieve. Of course.
Yeah, you also want a IAS to 280.
Okay. No, yeah, don't hit those buttons yet. I'll tell you when to hit those buttons. Give me a second, though. Okay, rotate that around. There we go. You want to push that button? Okay. Go ahead. Ooh, you gotta slide it up, though. That's the... Oh, you just hit the ejection button. Oh, no. Just kidding. pitch hold. 280 climb. Okay, 280 set. Alright, now we're going to track the VOR. So XC5, I'm now tracking the IIU VOR.
In these turns, it's like the best spot to do those flybys.
Oh yeah. I really like the shift one flyby as well, where it's like this, almost like what I'm doing right now. All right, say goodbye to everyone. Wave to them up there. Wave to them up there. They're looking at you through the camera. Wave to them. Oh, we got a subscribe. Rudyism says hello. Say hi, Rudyism.
Morning, Flyboy.
There you go. Camrose here. Thank you, Rudyism, thank you for the 18 months, Rudyism. Year and a half. X19, good morning. Easy Pilot, hello. Iowa Scotsman says hello, Flyboy.
Is that your youngest?
Yeah, no, that's my second youngest, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a 8-month-old.
Geez, how do you find time to do flight sim?
I know. That's why everyone, when Right Girl was driving the truck last night, there were people in the chat thanking her for supporting mainstreaming, because they know that she's got her hands full when I'm in the pit. Your 2-year-old says bye to Flyboy. Nice. Yeah, one of these days we may. I was thinking about it. I was wondering if I would get in trouble with. Oh, I like the FlyJSim logo on the chair. That's kind of nice. I was thinking about, if I teach Flyboy to fly the FlyJSim plane. And he's like 3 years old and he's flying a 727 around on Twitch, right? And I'm just, I'm off vacuuming or something, and he's making money. Am I going to be in trouble with child labor laws? Yeah, very supportive wife, Adam, for sure. It's my pleasure. Jointly, I enjoy your streams. They always entertain. Thank you, Rudyism. I appreciate that.